Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world today. Welcome to television. My name is Maryam Bay, and I'm so happy to be here with you again today. I have another special guest. Her name is Vanessa Johnson.
Yes.
And we're just gonna be talking about stuff in general that's related to our community activists, the things that we love doing, the blessings that we've gotten in everything that we do. So I'm going to have Vanessa to introduce herself. She's going to tell you some of the things about herself, and then we'll begin the conversation.
How y'all doing? My name is Vanessa Johnson. I'm from Newark, like you said. 53 years old, been in the community my entire life, raised by my mom, my father wasn't around at all. I met him when I was 19. So my mom and my stepfather, he died when we all was still young, I think. So basically my oldest sister, I think out of 8 of us, if I ain't mistaken, when he died was probably less than 17, or less than that, or less, probably 16 or something. With my mom with 8 kids was us like stairs, going down in numbers.
Right.
So the oldest one, and the age was my sister and them with the age, we going up in age. So my mom left with a lot of, with fending and helping us and everything like that. But make a long story short, once again, a lot of things I do, I'm very inspired from my mom, seeing her struggle with us being homeless and all that. And for me, years later, my mom been dead over 28 years, and just to know things is, like I would never picture even phantom, even seeing homelessness. Because when I was younger, I didn't know. So we going house to house, this and that. Now 100% I know what it is. Not even knowing how bad my mom was. So my mother died at 52 in the hospital. 53, she died in the hospital. So she was only 52 when she really even got sick to go in the hospital. So within a month or two, she died.
Right.
So in her years of living, 52 years of living with 8 kids in the city of Newark, houses to houses, going, family, friends, people helping her, all of us. And we landed over where my sister ended up getting an apartment in Hill Manor, I'll never forget. So from there on, my mom died from there. From Hill Manor, my mom had died. So from there, we all been fending for ourselves in the city of Newark, New Jersey, all 8 of my brothers and sisters. It's just that, once again, that's a part of what my whole mission is, to know even what my mom went through. And it's like now I see it going with a whole lot of people, with things, struggles and stuff like that, seeing things that my mom went through then with parents and stuff going through now. And, I think it's very hurting and sad to see that, I thought things would have got better for any community, anybody, but from everything I see from the time my mom been dead and things going on in the community and us fending for ourselves and, things, me, stepping up and family members stepping up and how we had to live through the community, how we lived. So from there, like I said, I had a child before my mom died. So, like I said, I'm more so, for the community of helping what's going on with the homelessness and the mental health issues and things like that, because that's what I see what's going on. It's right in our face and it's like being ignored. And a lot of mental health issues and problems like that lead to a lot of people being homeless and stuff like that, if not on drugs. So that's 100%, I know that.
Right.
So me knowing now what my mom had an aneurysm and she died from a stroke, I know what it all 100% came from and everything with the mental health and things like that, and not getting the proper help for it. So, and we know in the community where we from, Newark, we see it on a daily basis that the people not getting help for their mental health issues and things like that,
right,
or whatever it is that causes them to be a way that they wasn't before.
Yes.
And, whether it's in the community, in the household, at the job, it's in all our face, and I don't think anything is being done like it should be on a higher, outcry.
And when you say that, you make me think of something that Oprah Winfrey said. years ago, and I've never stopped thinking about it, because when you're saying that it should be better, or it could have been better based on the fact that we've grown, we've developed and everything, right? So you would think that the homelessness that we have in Newark, we wouldn't have that. The mental health that we have, issues that we have, we wouldn't have that. But here's the thing that Oprah said that I always remember. It's all about what your intentions are. Are your intentions to make it better, or is it not? And Maya Angelou said this: when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Because if their intentions are to make it better, you'll see it. That's why it's important to have people such as yourself and myself who are active in the community around these issues. Because what that helps them to do is to do the right thing. But if you don't have people who are coming out to make you do the right thing, things don't happen. That's why it's so important for people not to be quiet, you know, and particularly when it's hurting people. And right now, the issue that we have with homelessness is hurting all of us, our children, you know, our society right now. Because like you said, you see it, I see it, you know. And then the sad thing is that people go into homeless situations not having, let's say, a mental health issue, but because of the environment, it causes that mental health issue. And that's why it's so important to have good counselors, concerned counselors, who can see and recognize what their needs are and who they could refer them to.
Along with having good counselors and people, because I really in my heart know and feel that, you know, if the people themselves like don't come together and, you know, like say, like if I don't open up to you and I don't talk to you about certain things, you'll never know. But if I did, and if I do, and if, you know, I'm mishandling stuff like that, that's what happened, and that's what's going on in a lot of the communities and stuff like that, of color. And I, once again, known fact. So I'm saying that if you built this building, I see this building, and before all this beauty and everything came in here, it was concrete. So the more you put it in and kept it and keeping it up and doing what they come in here and mop and keep it, and this place with the people not in here is gonna look just like this. And then to the people come in here, right, and start, you know, moving around and doing stuff, and whatever we do, and leave whatever we leave here. Right, it affect the place. If that place is dirty, I don't care how nice it look, it's messed. They start saying what? It's dirty, right? You know, can have nice thing with food laying around, stuff like that. The same thing with, you know, I don't think we have the proper help for, you know, places set up in the community and stuff like that. That's what hurt us more than anything. I go to South Orange, I've been doing this for a while, you know, studying people. So without having to pay so much to go to, because I didn't have money to go to schools and do all this and qualify to do this and that, and you know, however people get things they get, or however they make it to get the things they have. You know, some people have to go another route to get into things, the other routes that they go, whether they, you know, if they criminal minded or whatever they call criminal minded or something. Somebody could be selling them water, because you know, the era and stuff on Come 53, we done sold things that you say, somebody got killed for a cigarette, selling a cigarette. So what I'm saying, things that we sold just to say, listen, what we thought was as simple as a cigarette, then got us harmed. Selling a t-shirt or water, then got us harmed. So me knowing that, you know, I'm like, that alone is like, what have changed? Because me, now I saw it with videos alone and stuff, saw how bad the police mistreated people with mental health problems, drug problems, homelessness, anything with a problem. It's like, so we're why is so much money coming through? What is the outcry for the money to come over here for in the city where I live at? Because you can't, if you stopping drug dealers and whoever else and people who, like I said, trying to make a living on however, they could be selling cigarettes. People got killed, put in jail for selling cigarettes or buying a pack of cigarettes that you said was fake and don't charge you. I done been through those eras. So what I'm saying is that caused a lot of problems from people in that family that probably was taking care of that family that people don't even know.
Right.
So a lot of those things that was hidden and covered and this and that, and when you do speak up, so for things like that, speaking up with somebody else, you already know how how it goes in communities where we from. So with me growing up and seeing, things like looking up to people, because I once again, the people that I knew that they taught us about was the Martin Luther Kings and the people y'all, we're talking about earlier, right?
Yes.
So that alone, then we start having to see that in a book or something, when nobody wasn't able to talk about it because they didn't know too much about those people unless their parents were telling them. But the parents start dying off. I got things with them, the drug era and stuff. Because they go to crack era and stuff like that, because that's during our age range what we talking about now. And once again, I didn't see anything get better, because all the kids I know, the youth and stuff, and all the communities and everything, it's like they vaping and everything is going on. Like, yo, we couldn't even do smoke. We couldn't do any of those things. Any of those, Miss Bay, come on. We couldn't do none of that. Everything I see the youth, the young people and young adults do, I'm like, yo, y'all letting them do things that's gonna mess them up for the entire rest of their life, because we fend for the way we fend for ourselves without our parents being there, right? But we had a lot of love, people care in the community and things.
And there was and there were the leaders that was in there, and we don't have too many of them. And again, it goes back to the intentions of what it is that they're trying to do or not trying to do. And that's why people such as yourself, who are out in the community, working in the community, you can't get discouraged by seeing some of these things that they're not supposed to be doing. Because I look at it too from a spiritual perspective, because God sees everything. And as long as you're doing what you need to do, you're going to be good. It's just like with myself. Every morning when I wake up, before I go to work, I pray and I say, God, please let me help someone today. If I haven't helped anyone today, I haven't done my job. But see, that's me. That's how I think. That's not how a lot of people think. See, when people get in their powerful position, it's really about the position. It's not that much about the service.
But what do you do when people like myself, because you just said when people like you, me, the Martin Luther Kings, the other activists and people, along the way, and we don't have to, even the ones who without a title just helping. We saw them helping the Martin Luther Kings, with titles and stuff. People was on the outskirts helping these people, these leaders and stuff. That's my whole thing. Like, I didn't have nobody to help me get me to where I'm at in this chair. I went through so much. I lost almost entire everything besides my mind when they thought I lost my mind. And that's what goes in the community where I'm from, and because of the spiritual part, because you said that, it made me say that, because it was like, I didn't, where do I go to, or who do I supposed to went to get the proper help? Even if you saying we see these things, and I'm like, yo, I wasn't used to seeing this, and I'm like, yo, I spoke up for something because I was able to see like, wait, because remember, I didn't have no mom. I just told you, I didn't have no father, nobody, no aunts, no uncle, or nobody. Everybody was dead. By the time, we looked around, it's just me and my 8 brothers and sisters fending for ourselves throughout the whole Newark and the whole everybody know. But once again, I'm saying with that alone, we still with our kids and everybody, we still here. But I'm saying what hurting and like you said, and I'm so thankful that you said that. Like, I can't get away from seeing this. Because I don't, like you said, so many people like Vanessa, and I'm like, 100% y'all right. And the more and more, like, I'm sitting here, feeling a way that I didn't even know that I would be able to feel. Mm-hmm. And I feel so peaceful and calm. And I'm going to keep on thanking Yahweh, God, for moments like this, because I'm thankful for people like you. Mm-hmm. And you know how much I always tell you, how much
Right.
I'm thankful for you, right? Because what happened with me in the city of Newark, by me speaking up, being an advocate for my child, for the homeless people, for myself, this is the outcome. Everybody looking in on me, watching videos and seeing this woman that they once knew was so powerful for this, for helping, what happened to her? What happened to her? What happened to her? Even the guy saw me today with you. Yeah, I remember you.
Yes.
What happened?
Right. Yeah.
Newark, New Jersey happened to me, the city of Newark,
Right.
New Jersey leadership, you know, that's what happened for a person that speak up for things that going on that detrimental to the whole community. Police brutality, homelessness, anything, you know, women's right, men, anybody, our kids' right, anything you speak up, to me, to me. Like you said, things, they might not do it to you, or might have done it to you, and now it's like a different.
But this is what you have to understand, though, too. Everything that you just described, the fact that you're still here and still fighting, that says a lot about you, okay? And then what I always say, too, is that in order for you to help people, you have to have experienced it. And you have, okay? And then here's the other thing that people will do. People are gonna hate on you when you're doing things. You gotta understand that. As a matter of fact, you have to say, that goes with the territory. You know, now, if you wasn't real, you wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now.
Yahweh perfect, I give all thanks to the Creator. Yahweh.
That's right. So if you
Amen.
wasn't real, you wouldn't be sitting here talking about it right now, because it'd be about something else. Okay? So you need to like just pat yourself on the back and just know that you are still doing the right thing, because see what people thought, they thought you was going to disappear.
Yahweh not. Yahweh God
you
is
didn't
perfect.
disappear.
I gotta pat myself on the back because
That's right.
Yahweh perfect. That's all I ran and screamed and love on the people and, you know, just helped. Whatever I
Yeah.
saw, I helped. You Miss Bay,
Right.
if you don't know me for nothing else, what you see me doing.
Yes.
If I see trash, you see me.
Right.
So if I could pick a piece of trash up, make sure this table clean, I'm gonna make sure my friends, family, or child, make sure their nose clean. I'm gonna wipe them, I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna see that's what I'm cause
Right.
that's how I'm looking like. People is more than an item.
Right.
So I have to invest in people more than I'm gonna invest in my car or my house and this and that. And that's what I did. I gave up all them things to invest in people. And that's on everything I love. People conjuring up stories and saying this and that. And I'm like, Yahweh God, He knew my prayers. He knew what I asked for. I just begged Him to let me, use me, to love on, to show the people what love is. Because I don't know it. We don't know it. We all want it. Every household crying, oh, I don't feel like this person loves my kids, my family, my friends. Da, 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 da. Love is the Elohim in you, the God in you. It's the willpower in you, and you still need the scriptures on top of the willpower in you. With your own strength, you still need to know something else is coming from up above or somewhere, wherever you get into your corner, your wilderness, or around somebody with the same energy as you, to let you know that you still need to have control over situations that can help somebody else. Because once again, that's all you and a lot of other people taught me when I didn't know. I'm coming straight, like you said, I'm coming straight out the hood, out the street, and it's like, yo, you do this, that. So yeah, I do know about that. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I do know all about that, but it's like that ain't what God used me for. He used me in a way like no, y'all can't do that to them. No, even if they wrong, you got to do it a different way. You can't do that because then you wrong. That's just how I am. Like, yo, if you saying they wrong and then you not rightfully judging them and doing the right thing and punishing them the right way, why you getting to do it that way? That's what I see what's going on. Mm-hmm. And it's wrong. It's 1,000% wrong. If you judge everything accordingly, there won't be no problem, won't be no killing, won't be none of that, because ain't no way I'm gonna kill you when you just did something that I say, listen, this can be repairable, fixing the hole. Now wait, why did you do it anyhow? Some people mind so messed up. Once again, I keep telling people I ain't never seen nobody with a messed up mind do something right. That mean they ain't right. They ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right. But we gonna keep ignoring that. And you're gonna keep on letting people put a price tag on us people, how money could be made. And if you could kill a person, make another one, I need to see you do it. You can't. But you could rip a dollar and somebody could hand you another and do this and that, but you can't kill a person. You can't. So you can't keep putting money and saying da 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 da. Yeah, money might get your feet and everything fixed once it's messed up, but once you say if you eating right and stuff like you said, none of that goes to deterioration unless you age up with it. By that time you don't live and you're relaxing. But that ain't what we doing. We dying before we reaching the age that we probably could have outlived, like what I said, 500, 800, all them years, them Moses and all them was living. And you know, if you believe, if you're a believer.
Yeah, and see, it goes back to that word that I said earlier. What are your intentions?
You're 100%.
You know,
because
you could see the intentions of other people.
Yes, I have something coming out called On It, and it said observe negative intentions thoroughly. The word teaches you that. That means a person could tell you something the way they move. By the time they could be on their way to the bathroom, they don't turn to somebody else and probably winked at them and you caught it like, and you already, it'll stop a deal. So that's my whole thing. And you know, that's how the spirit, or that's how good or bad or whatever energy work. It'll work off them intentions. You don't even know because your heart ain't right. You ain't right. You made a bad deal already. But once again, how do I know anything about your intentions if we ain't set things on doing something or communicating, or we came together to even, because people need people to be around them to, like, to even know that.
See, I don't. Everybody is different. See, I don't need people to be around me when I'm doing what I need to do.
No. Only part, not that part, because you know.
Oh, okay.
Because you know, I'm not saying people need people around them all the time to do that. But when we talking on tensions and stuff like that, what's the good tension like here? How do you know people have good intentions? It ain't till they bring it.
It's when
something.
You see it.
Yeah. So that's my whole thing. Like you could sit there all day and you could be probably a killer, right? Then you could probably be a priest, right? How would I know? Because if you sit over there just humble and everything, nobody know there. That's how a lot of things you thinking people don't like that pulling the water over the eyes with anything. So there you go. So even with we saying that, oh, we want to end homelessness and this. Now how? You have to, what is causing their homelessness? What is causing the problem? Is that, once again, why are them people right there screaming and hollering? Matter of fact, why them kids crying? What's going on in that room? We was to kick doors open. What's going on, right? But now we hear we get tired of things. We get tired of the complainants. Get tired of this. Get tired of that. So once again, I don't even know how we can end homelessness and stuff like that, right? Like
no, we can.
We can.
We can. No, well, no, we can definitely end it, but it all depends on the people who are in charge and what their intentions are.
But the people that's homeless too, they have to get it right too, right? They gotta have everybody's intentions gotta be right on why they.
Most of the people that I met who are homeless, like today before I came here, I got a phone call from a young lady who is in court, and she will probably be losing her apartment, and she's been trying to get it together. It's not like she has not been trying. It's not like she's just been sitting down and waiting. She's been actually trying, and the people who she's been calling have not been responding to her.
I know that's to be true.
So people get in situations for different reasons. And that's one of the reasons why I don't judge, because you don't know what happened to that person for them to get in that position. And that's why I said earlier, that causes mental health issues. Because this young lady, I know she's done everything that she could do for the last 90 days, and no one has responded to her. And so now it's a possibility that she and her family will be in a shelter. And in these shelters that we have here in the city of Newark, they are the worst because of how it's being ran. It's all about the money for most of the shelters, not all of the shelters, but for most of them. Because it's just like in the prison system. Each one of those brothers and sisters that are in the prison system, they represent $1. Each one of those men and women and children who are in these shelters, they represent their dollars. And as long as we think like that, we're going to have what we're having. That's why the leadership, the type of leadership that we have, is very important. And see, if you let yourself get so involved in that, and I understand where you're coming from, but when you let yourself get so involved with that, it starts to affect you physically and mentally. And so you have to recognize that, because if you're not good, you're not going to be able to help them. So your mental and your physical is going to have to be important.
Yes, and once again, that's the whole outcry of what I'm doing, is that when I went to these places, that's my whole reason me sitting in this chair, because I didn't get the proper help. I end up homeless. All this stuff happened, and I'm like, I can imagine the people didn't even have not a bit of the little. When I say me fighting, I'm still fighting as 3 years and hard. Now I'm still fighting for it. I'm like, and the little of no help that I got, and it just coming around this year is, when I say, pathetic and sad and hurting. And I'm somebody that was able to get myself and go up and go. So imagine the ones who mentally broken already and messed up that we see out there that can't call and say I'm homeless, that can't do these things, don't even have a phone. These are the people that I see. So when I understand when y'all, and I gotta say y'all right now, and not everybody, but a couple of people such
What
who
y'all
care.
are you
No,
talking?
not y'all like that, meaning only on great. Wait, I'll put you in the word y'all right now, because I'm gonna say something good, not nothing bad.
No, because
not nothing bad, because I know that word y'all make everybody feel like no, this is good. This is good to the people.
Yeah.
To the people like yourself, and I'm using that good word, y'all.
Okay.
That care and saying that mess we see, just like that man, we see things taking a toll on you. That's why I said y'all, because I wanted to grab it, grab it all in a good way. I want to say, listen, I'm learning, Ms. Bay. Like, I've been through hell.
I know.
When I say that I've been through it, and me sitting here, when I said earlier, I felt the way, like Yahweh God had me just relax, like, and you know how nervous and stuff I was with everything. So for me to sit here and know that, you gave me, the time to speak and at least say, this is healing, this is starting the healing process from what I was going through. Thank you so much for allowing me to sit in this chair just to even start the journey, just to say, I sat here to talk to you and say, listen, yes, this is something that I want to push 100% with, to help the community and stuff with, is mental health and homelessness and stuff like that. And I'll be the first to get myself to be in these things, to get him going for people to see, but there wasn't no help nowhere around and everything. That's why I'm like this.
Unfortunately, our time is out, because it goes by real fast. But here's the thing. If you have not experienced what you've experienced in the past, you wouldn't be able to help these brothers and sisters today. And don't look at it as like you're not doing anything. No, you are. You are. And you have to remember again that you have to take care of yourself. That's the key thing. And we're gonna have this, we'll have this discussion again. I'm just glad that you came and you're sitting in the chair, and we're having this discussion. But you have to understand that you are appreciated, and you just keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pack. I appreciate you.
And I want to thank Vanessa for coming on today and sharing her story. And hopefully we'll have her back on again so we could talk about some other good things that's going on, because everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for all the work that you've been doing. Okay?
Thank you.
And continue doing it. And my name is Maryam Bay, and I want to thank you so much for coming out. And when you see us on YouTube, please share and like our program. We appreciate it very much. And have a great day.